What's up? Guys,
Whoa.
no one's even thinking about us anymore.
No one. The crazy thing that I've actually noticed today during a rainstorm is that no one's thinking about me anymore.
No one's, and it's about letting go of that. I'm letting go of expecting people to be thinking about me anymore.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually had the opposite feeling where I thought everyone's looking at me, everyone's thinking about me in this rain. In God honest, ballet flats.
Yeah.
I was walking through the rain, not in a rush. Calm. I
somewhere to
said,
be.
I have accepted this. Everyone's like, whoa, it's raining. I said, but of course. And even, c'est la vie. And I was tiptoeing in my ballet flats saying, life is a movie, and I wouldn't say that I'm the lead, but there's going to be a spinoff about me. Capsule episode. Me in a capsule. Every day is me in a capsule episode.
In the La Podcast show, there is one capsule episode that's in complete black and white, and it's just a day in your life, no words.
No words, but I'm wearing ballet flats, and the episode is called
It's ballet flats. It's the feeling of putting on ballet flats. That's what the
We're
whole
shooting
show.
that. Okay, actually, exclusive content happening. The episode title: "A Day in the Life of Ballet Flats." Got it.
Ballet and it's whether you put it on, it's black and white, it's French, it's a cigarette, it's always pouring rain.
Yes, and it's honestly just me living a normal life in ballet flats, and we're gonna shoot that actually, and we're gonna put that on Patreon. So
you get
tune
ready
into our Patreon.
Get ready for that, guys.
That's a hit. I've never heard one.
I actually also had if my life was a movie, it was sort of
hey,
you're so far away.
You're so far away. Why don't you turn towards me a little bit? Give me a little. Show me some of that face. You know when your parents are like, smile with teeth.
I have like
that, and you go.
In our new studio, I'm trying to find my groove, and how I sit. So I'm just
You're just like climbing on the couch.
I feel like we're like little
groove.
kids on
Such
a
a boy
massive
energy.
couch. You know when you go over your uncle's house who has surround sound? Or
Yes.
when you're from the suburbs, someone has a in-home movie theater.
A viewing room.
Where it's like carpeted, you know what I mean? It's
Yes.
carpeted, but it's stairs.
Your rich friend.
Your rich friend. Everyone has a rich friend.
And you get fingered in that room the first night you go there, baby, at a family party. Your friend's
getting
cousin.
fingered.
You're getting fingered in that room to the Life Aquatic.
Oh my God.
That is what's happening.
Actually, this is triggering me into a past memory. Okay, I'm like, like
That's called remembering something.
Oh yeah.
That's actually
Wait,
called
I'm being triggered into a thing that happened once before.
What happened?
Simply remembering. No, of the rich friend who lives in a huge McMansion somewhere in the suburbs of the Northeast America.
Yeah.
They have the closet full of Gatorades, of red Gatorades.
Oh my God. And the mom always buys yellow, and you know that they're like, stop buying yellow.
Yeah. And big SUV, like atrocious, faux nice aesthetic. Like they have all this space in their house. They don't know what to do with it.
Yes.
So it's like the walls are bare. It looks like the DMV.
Yeah, it's all creme.
You know what I mean? That McMansion color. But there was this kid who I got in with his family. I fucked his whole family. I got in with his family. I would go to their lake house with them sometimes.
What do you mean you got in with his family? What is this, a corporate business? What do you became friends with someone?
I had lunch with his family.
I had his whole family wrapped around my little finger.
Well, so his house was the hub for like middle school parties like guy girl swim parties that are full of so much tension.
Silence could be cut with a knife.
Girls standing with towels wrapped around their bikinis, you know what I mean, at night. But they're wet. Like being like
a lot of water just came out of my nose. Actually, a lot of water.
But that is such a mode. That is girl.
Hold on, I'm having an aneurysm. That mode of being at a pool party, like in a bikini, like, oh no, I'll take another Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah.
Do you want to go pee with me?
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare. When you're in middle school, that's when you're making all your first primordial sexual decisions.
Go into that.
you know, in the play of those middle school pool parties. Don't use your nose. Gabby just used the plant in our studio.
One with nature.
Get it, girl. No, I always say that those pool parties, I always say, this is one of my...
Never said this before in your life.
First time I've heard this.
I always say this. It's one of my main things.
It's one of my main speaking points.
Is that those pool parties in middle school are a precious time, okay?
You always say that? That's something you always say.
It's a precious time.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you're learning, okay? Like you're learning when and why not, like when to not ask a girl, why isn't she swimming? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, stop asking girls that in middle school.
Do not look at us. I know there's a lot of preteens watching right now. And I hope not. Do not ask a girl why she's not swimming, okay? Don't.
And especially if she's wrapped in a towel, sitting on a beach chair while everyone's in the pool, she's got her period,
She's her period, you idiot. She has her period and she has a pad in her bikini bottoms. Tragic.
Imagine
those girls that were scared to put tampons in.
Well, girls are mean sometimes. And guys, I don't know if you've caught on to this phenomenon.
What are you about to say?
I remember in high school, we had a pool, brag.
Your high school had a pool?
And a planetarium.
And a planetarium?
Eat my ass.
Eat my ass, Connecticut State.
Well, it's property tax. It's Connecticut. It was a nice public school.
You know what? I grew up in a nice town. We did not have a pool or a planetarium.
Yeah, like the dome-shaped room that like projected the stars.
What?
We have
a public school.
A public ass school.
No.
Yeah.
Literally, the teachers are on opioids. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but there's an aquarium.
You know what's really cool on opioids? A planetarium.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Someone get their wisdom teeth out. Let's go.
That's around the age of our listeners, right? Like 20. Like, isn't that when you get your wisdom teeth out?
I got mine out in high school.
What about you?
I got mine out when I was 19.
Well, yeah. Perfect demographic.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no, yeah.
No, yeah.
What was I just saying?
You should say that this is the podcast.
This is the podcast.
Oh my God.
I hate to say it. This is the podcast. We are back again. You can't stop us. You can't hold us down. We are back in our brand new studio that's literally stunning.
Everybody, literally, it is like Planned Parenthood out there. There are people picketing, being like, do not go in there. Do not let the podcast do their thing. Resist. And we show up to work every time.
Every time.
Okay? I don't care what they say.
Fuck you.
Okay, they throw blood on us like PETA, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And we're like, honestly, why?
We use a lot of plastic bottles.
Totally.
But like, whoa, so many.
And this is real fur.
Guys, this is the podcast.
Yeah.
Gabby, do you want to tell them what our podcast is about?
Yeah, it's about me, Gabby, and actually that's Zach. And
Over
then
here,
even
I'm there
here's
too.
Lizzie.
Hi.
Off camera, looking gorgeous. It's actually too much for camera, so we keep her off screen so she doesn't
know what
She's just a
outshine
cheat.
us.
You have to pay extra for that.
Yeah, she's just ASMR.
Join the Patreon so you can just see Lizzie.
See what Lizzie looks like. This podcast is about everything and nothing. This podcast is about there's a fly in your head.
Ew, there was.
Yeah, why would I make that up? This is not a podcast about a fly being on your head. This is a podcast about living life every day, waking up, eating lunch, going to sleep.
Going right back to sleep. There is what else? What else?
What else? This podcast is about just that. It's about taking a deep breath for once. It's about looking your friend in the face and saying, what have you been up to?
What have you been up to? Let's Zoom, let's lunch, let's Zoom lunch. Let's both eat lunch on Zoom.
Do you remember having Zoom friend dates during the pandemic?
No.
Honestly?
Because you and me just recorded a podcast instead.
And hung out with people.
And it was nice where we did kind of, even though during the pandemic, no one was listening to our old podcast. It couldn't have been.
No.
So I'm imagining that we just like created a third entity in the apartment that we were living in to like keep us sane. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, isn't that such a freaky thing? Like, we're talking to a studio audience that's never there.
Those are two actual sociopaths. We actually were recording during the pandemic 3 episodes a week. Like God honest murderers.
Yeah.
And one of the episodes each week was, what was it called? unabashedly a story time.
Yeah.
And we
I thought
are
you were going
just
to ask the pod. I was like, Gabby.
what's it called? And we're just reading Twilight.
And we're bad at public reading.
It's all on Patreon. Check it out. So yeah,
if you want a shaky first 3 chapters of Twilight, please tune in.
I would say it's hilarious. So this is a podcast about just that. It's a podcast about
It's a podcast about going into your closet, putting on your best furs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's about walking down a hallway, stroking the walls, looking at your finger, being like dust. Okay,
dust.
And then you get all the little maids, because you're wealthy.
You're wealthy.
Listen to this podcast. They come, they dust everything. One's hot. You have sex. It's about having sex with the people who work under you.
Yes,
okay?
yes. This podcast is about luxury. This podcast is about generational wealth. This podcast is about being in an old library, picking up a book that opens a secret door, and then behind that secret door is the love of your life.
Oh my God!
This podcast is about transcendental travel.
Light and love. This is the placebo effect.
Yeah.
Okay. It's because you know what? Because your heart does it yourself. What am I trying to say?
I agree. This podcast is about the meaning of life. This podcast is getting to the bottom of what is the meaning of life. Whoa.
It's actually about unlearning. Okay. This podcast is about taking what we've been told by guys even. Full guys telling you your whole life who you should be, what you should wear, what things to eat or even desire sometimes.
Yeah.
All right?
This I can't believe people in this life tell you what to desire.
This podcast is about doing something else then. Okay? You know what I mean? Looking them in the eye and saying, what if I do something else then?
Yes.
Them, the greater them, guys. Mr. Who runs the show.
Mr. Big Time Walking over here.
Mr. Behind the Veil. Wizard behind the veil, ass fucking shit.
Fuck you.
Fuck you for fuck you.
Fuck you. This podcast is about love.
Ultimately, bing, bang, boom. Bingo, Gabby Bryan. This podcast is about love.
This podcast is about love. So on that note.
It's about being easy breezy.
Beautiful cover girl. On that note.
Who are we? What's going on?
I'm Gabby. That was a god honest mess up. I'm Gabby. That's Zach. Zach, how was your week?
My week, what's big? What's big for me? What's big for me right now?
What's big for me right now?
Things are going really good in my life.
That's amazing.
I'm doing this psychotic thing. I don't know if I brought it up the last episode, is that I've been waking up at 6. What are you doing at me?
Can you face the microphone so it picks up on you speaking?
Oh. Do you think it got any of that?
I think you were screaming at the top of your lungs.
Do you think it got any of that?
You have to sort of talk into the microphone.
Zach's relationship to a microphone is one of my favorite things to watch.
It's like I'm either too much or too little. You know what I mean?
You're too far away.
It's either, and that's really a metaphor.
That is beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
So your week, your life is amazing.
My life is amazing because I did this simple little life hack.
What?
That we all have the power to do it.
Oh.
It's within your grasp every second that you are.
What
you
is
want to know
it?
what it is? It's waking up at 6:30 a.m.
Nah.
I know that's gonna sound unlikable. I know that's not what the common narrative these days is. Sleep till 11, drink a matcha, fucking type on your you know what?
This actually feels like it's like directly about my lifestyle.
I've been waking up early for ages. He's dragging you?
No, I'm.
I was just actually when we were gonna bop over to my weekly update, I was just gonna say how much I loved drinking matcha today. So the fact that you're again, I'm feeling vibrant. And gorgeous.
There's nothing against matcha. I was trying to live the life of the every girl, which is I feel like nowadays it's all about, you don't need to wake up early, live la vida loca.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I am all for. Okay. Listen.
I mean, one thing we're for at this podcast is living la vida loca.
It's so on brand for us. This podcast is La Voca or whatever. Okay. This is say la vie. This is Viva la vida. Okay.
Wow. Yes.
This is Viva la vida. Is that song?
Yeah.
By Coldplay.
Yep.
We're all with you.
Everyone's on planet Earth.
It's also it's also words.
Everyone's on planet Earth.
Yes.
Me here.
I woke up at 6:30 a.m.
6:30 a.m. I've been doing that. Before I go to sleep because I want to get a lot more done in my life, and I realize that the only time a girl is truly productive is 10 to maybe 1.
Oh, I'm so different than that, but okay.
That hour of time, though, that time spent is when most things are going to get done.
Okay.
And if they're not within that, and I've learned that I just need to I always need to be free at that time. I can't be working out at that time.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
This is actually big for Zach.
I can't be doing that. I love
working out
working
midday.
out. So I've been waking up at 6:30 a.m., going to the gym immediately, seeing a whole new roster of crushes.
No.
Okay.
Who are the cast of characters?
It's a whole new cast.
What do they look like?
It's the morning shift. They're so much more type A, you know what I mean? Because they're the type of people who wake up at that time.
Yeah. Do they glasses? A lot of glasses?
No, you know that like New York City like type guy and girl, it's interchangeable. Where they're lethally handsome.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like there's like that type A woman
Sharp.
who's like sharp, you know what I mean?
Handsome.
Lululemon, handsome guy, tan and shiny.
Yeah.
Oh, not even like beautiful, but just like sharply handsome.
A handsome person.
So there's a lot of those. So I'm working up the courage to talk to them.
Knowing you, I think the courage can be found.
Now I'm getting to know them. They have to know me as like so they don't know. I'm just
getting to know them because they have to know me.
I'm getting to know them so they get to know me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And take note, girls. Okay,
Mhm.
it's all about letting people like you. Okay.
Oh.
It is all about letting.
I like
them.
how you bailed on that. It's all about letting people like you. Okay.
Right.
Absolutely bailed.
Now begging for other people to like me.
Right.
And like understand.
Okay, so and then what else did you do this week?
And then I had sex with this weird Italian guy.
Oh, I completely forgot.
I had sex, and I performed badly.
Oh, why? Oh, why?
I performed badly, and I'm not afraid to say it. Cut this out. I
was gonna say where it is.
beep the whole thing I'm saying.
Beep.
Performed,
Italian guy.
Italian guy. Not even weird. Beep out weird.
Jack, hot.
Okay, what
was so
what do you
bad
think you
about my performance?
Yeah.
Okay, first off, it was straight up.
Why are you facing away from me?
Zach literally cannot face you.
You're giving me the cold shoulder right now.
We do have to succinctly tell this story because we have to serve.
Weird Italian guy.
Yeah,
I was 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Where?
at
you meet
my house
On
because I was coming
Grindr?
home from a late night out with some friends and relations,
Yeah.
having drinks, c'est la vie, more cerveza, the whole thing,
the
the whole
kit and caboodle.
the works. And
the
so
way we have branded the phrase "more cervezas," that has to be merch.
more cerveza.
More cervezas.
That's the only Spanish thing we've ever said on the podcast.
And it's only half Spanish. Okay.
More
cervezas. Okay.
So I'm coming home. It's like 3-something a.m. in the morning. I'm walking home, and I'm like, what if I just looked on Grindr right now? Bang bang. There's a guy in my room.
I love that about gay.
It's like DoorDash, honestly.
Grindr is DoorDash.
It's like quicker. Like I was like kind of looking as a joke, an internal joke to me, and being like, "Yeah, are you free right now?" And he's like, "Yeah,
I'll be right there.
I'll be right there." And then he sent me his location. He's down the block from me.
Oh,
Ah,
so petrifying.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And then we had sex, and the thing that I did badly was I
Say it.
sometimes people are early to a party. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are late. Sometimes they don't even RSVP. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That was me.
Oh,
Sort
what are
of
you saying?
Ghost in the Shell vibes.
Oh, I know what he's saying. You don't know what he's saying?
You came?
No.
No.
You didn't come.
No.
You couldn't get it up.
Yeah, I couldn't get an erection.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's never happened to me.
That's never happened to you before.
I mean, let me be as guys, when we're full of poison, booze, okay, or just full of poison heart, okay,
Poison in your veins.
or catches poison in the mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's more of a girl disease, but I'll let you have it.
I
It's a
like-
specific story. Poison of the mind. That's our thing.
Listen, bitch, that's a girl thing. Okay.
One of the worst things as a girl is when you're about to come and then you think about everything that's ever happened to you.
And sort of like a YouTube compilation video
Yeah.
of your greatest shames.
Sing PowerPoint transitions, and you're like, oh, It's not gonna happen.
Well, maybe
I was so close, but I thought about something that happened to me when I was 12. So I can't.
No, I think women maybe deal with poison of the brain where men are poison of the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
We'll categorize.
I don't think we have to gender poison.
Oh
right
my
now.
God. That's
Gonk,
the thing you're going to not gender.
Gonk, gonk, 30 dicks in my mouth.
Gabby, you will gender these ballet flats.
These are girls. I mean, you're going to tell me this is not a girl? Come on, get real for once.
Get fucking
so
real.
you couldn't get it up?
I couldn't, I was just late. And this guy was a little weird. Hot body, a little weird.
In what way?
Like, he just kept being like, and I was like,
wait,
stop.
I'm sorry. That's something you do all the time.
Lizzie, Lizzie, back me up.
Lizzie,
you back me up, please.
Work it out.
Lizzie, back me up, please, over here.
Back me up over here. What am I left to dry?
Okay, first off, when I laugh, I'm doing it like a devilish, with a devilish grin.
Yeah,
okay?
that's what that is. That's what you.
When he was doing it, it was more like it was more like
old auntie.
It was auntie-esque, and I was sort of like,
The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, it was a little Devil Wears Prada. It was a little
Yzma.
like throwing the bath water out with the busboy. What am I trying to say?
That's not it. Throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
It was a little much.
Which is an insane saying. But can you look up the origin of throw the baby out with the bathwater?
It was probably like a postpartum.
You know that fun saying? It probably came from postpartum depression. It's actually really hard mentally to have a baby, which is actually brain poison, which is actually going back to what we said.
Oh, you're not going to want to know where this comes from.
What is what?
It's
Nazi Germany?
It derives from a German proverb.
Oh, well, German isn't so bad. Wait, the rest.
The proverb, I don't know where it is.
You-
but that's where.
What's a proverb?
What
Can
is you Google what a proverb is?
It's like
A big
A
verb?
saying?
a big saying. Yeah. Like
Like more money, more problems.
yeah, exactly that. It is crazy when you realize how many sayings came from Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
So did you know that modern gynecology is all because of Hitler and friends? Hitler and friends tonight at the Bell House.
Oh my God, his poster that he makes on Canva, like they're going to.
okay, we have to serve.
Okay.
Should
And I don't want to talk about what happened to me this week because it's actually a secret because I've learned my lesson of describing people's tops to tails dick and balls and even ass on this podcast and it biting me in the ass.
Yeah.
So let's just say I had an incredible week. Don't even worry about me.
No one was.
Don't worry about me.
We know you good, girl.
I'm good. Don't worry about me no more.
Okay.
I had an amazing week and I got my lips done.
Sounds really good. Okay.
I just popped a lip this week, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, gross. Yo. I didn't.
Yo.
Yeah. I didn't. And I want to say the last thing. One last thing.
Zach?
Okay.
Sorry, back to basics, bitch.
You said you wouldn't do this.
You promised, Lizzie.
You literally looked
One
me
last one.
dead in the eye.
Go.
Okay, the best thing about being a gay lord,
Yeah.
okay, is that when you're straight guys, I've heard so many times like when they can't get an erection, they literally it makes them lose their goddamn mind because you guys are kind of mean about it. But girls are kind of mean about it.
No, we're not. First of all, you have no way of knowing that.
I just know the guy's perspective, which you guys sounds like you guys are bitch.
Zach is such a straight guy. Can you say what you're gonna say? Whatever he adds on is never worth it. I want to be clear. Go ahead.
We're not going to fight.
Go ahead.
Never. Worth it. I disagree.
You just called me a bitch.
No,
and me and my girls.
I called what you are a bitch, not you. No.
I've been really nice about that with men.
Well, yeah. Now I understand you. Sometimes you have to because the wrong guy will
they'll kill themselves.
Will kill you.
Yeah.
Or you. Gay guys are generally pretty nice about it. So if neither of us can get up or anything or get an erection, we just we're just we know how it be, and then we do that. Let's go. Or that chest thump thing from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Incredible last thought. While you're on it, do you maybe want to serve something up?
You to serve one thing.
Okay.
Because I used it up. Okay.
Chatting.
I'm serving you the birth of Venus. Okay. The birth of Venus, which was when, Kronos, you've heard of him, sort of god of time vibes with a scythe.
Haven't heard of him.
Okay, he was the god of time, the titan of time. He is Father Time.
No.
Yeah.
Kronos?
Kronos is Father Time.
I've always pictured that Father Time's name is like Craig. Do you
Craig
see
Time.
that?
Craig Time.
Craig
Time.
CT,
It's like you're
Craig
like,
Time.
when you finally make it to the ethereal realm and you're like, and it's like Mother Nature and Father Time. Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Craig.
I'm Craig.
I'm a guy. I keep time.
I'm just a guy.
I am
4
serving.
o'clock.
So Kronos, Father Time, he took his own goddamn scythe and he sliced off Uranus, okay? The sky god's balls, okay?
What?
He threw that shit into the ocean, and out of that froth and cum and blood, baby, rose Aphrodite. That's the true myth. That is actually what happened in Greek mythology.
No.
Yeah, exactly how I described it.
No.
The cum blood and everything
They
in
say
the
cum?
mix. Well,
They say jizz.
They say like gurgling seed, which is the worst way you could have said that.
Next time I'm having sex with a guy, I'm gonna be like, he's like, where do you want me to come? And I'm gonna go get that gurgling seed on my kids. Oh my God, you got gurgling seed all over my face.
Bring forth your good. It's like I'm gonna
Bring forth your gurgling seed.
Like you're gonna have sex with him, and the guy's like, I'm gonna come, and you're like, come on, come for me, come. Bring forth your gurgling seed.
Oh my God, last night he gurgled his seed in me. I'm just taking plan B with an oat milk latte, girl dinner.
So I'm serving you that beauty can be created under the most insane circumstances.
Wow.
And I am serving you the beauty of life. So yes, Aphrodite is about being the beautiful face and body, and I do mean that. But I do mean life in general for you uggos, so you can get involved in this myth where life is not beauty is made under duress.
That feels toxic, honestly. And that's okay. We like toxic. Once you got to gurgling seed, we all knew all rules were off. Okay.
And that's my only thing.
This is what I'm serving.
Thank you.
I'm serving you negative space.
Yes.
I'm serving you airwaves. I'm serving you a brisk breeze. Fall's coming. I'm serving you, there's a draft in here. I'm not here right now, but in this
and
global existence. Here and now. I'm
not in here right
you,
now, but in the here and now.
I'm serving you, your worries don't exist in the sky. I'm serving you the feeling of being on an airplane and all you can think about is love lost.
Love lost so quick.
So quick. I'm serving you being on an airplane and scrolling back, looking at texts from your ex in 2008. And why are you doing that?
Who changed? You were him.
You were him. I'm serving you nostalgia. Nostalgia. I'm serving
say
you.
It, girl.
Ooh, say it out. What you say? Oh, that new only thing.
That song is forever.
That's actually the soundtrack of what the fuck I'm talking about right now.
Oh fuck yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no.
I'm serving you floating above your body into the open air, past a bird, past a cloud, past the sun, past the moon.
Bye, girls.
Bye, girls. I'll be up here.
I'm destined for greatness.
I'm destined for something big. Something big is coming my way. And I'm serving you that. I'm serving you, what's that current in the ocean that they talk about in Nemo?
Oh, the big one.
You know the big current they talk about?
With the big part with the turtles.
With the turtles?
It's like the big great.
Can you Google that?
I got it.
The great
rush.
Pacific
Big Time Rush.
The Big Time Rush. Don't get me started on Big Time Rush. You know how many people text me and DM'd me after the episode where I talked about having sex with someone on Big Time Rush, begging for me to tell them?
Is it the guy who was in Hereditary?
I've never seen that.
Or he was in Naked Brothers Band. Same thing.
You're obsessed with thinking Naked Brothers Band is Big Time Rush and everyone's getting offended.
On the street.
He lives in New York, raised in New York City.
Yeah, I saw him having lunch. It's called the East Australian Current.
I mean, is that faded or what?
Oh my God.
Literally that current going up my ass, out my mouth right now.
Oh my God.
That's karma. That's not what I meant to say. That's a metaphor.
Yes.
That's a proverb.
Oh.
Whatever. Do you want to talk about our grand topic? Oh my God, this episode, I almost forgot. This episode is amazing. I mean,
thanks, Gabby. Yes, it will be, guys. We swear.
Is already amazing. But what is amazing about our topic today is that we have one singular segment.
We have one segment, even though we're halfway through.
We've
done several.
This is a investigation of one single man who walks this earth day to day, night to night.
A man who we all know very well.
But do we know him at all?
Very well. Who's like, you could say, the chameleon of Hollywood.
You could say one of Hollywood's A-listers. Today, A-listers.
A-lizards.
A-lizard.
We did the bird is fake
Illuminati.
thing. We can't do another conspiracy that there's like lizard people.
Which
after meeting Gabby.
Hey, look at my body. I'm a lizard.
She's at least half.
I'm at least half. I'm going to do 23andMe and it's going to be like, honey, a lot of this is lizard.
All lizard person.
I get a call. They don't even send it in the mail. They call me. They go, are you sitting down? Hey, so a lot of you is lizard.
No, like 65 salamander. Yeah. You have a little Komodo in you. You vicious girl. You take life by the hands, bitch.
By the hands. Okay, this episode is entitled...
Oh, who's it about?
It's entitled... EFRONOLOGY, because this is a investigation on Zac Efron. Lizzie, go.
Go. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Crunk. What is the first? Okay, so I have my iPad here.
Let's start with just like kind of overviewing our general knowledge of who this man is.
This man.
Who this
man? Yeah, give us a synopsis.
this is I was gonna bring up his Wikipedia and it's not worth it. This is Zac Efron came onto the scene.
Early,
I would say our whole goddamn lives. I've never known breath without knowing Zac Efron.
He's part of sort of like the Garden of Eden of like season 1 millennial heartthrob people, like Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's part of
J-pop magazine.
Yeah. He's definitely, like Demi Lovato is in there too, because she was huge.
These are our creators. These are the originals.
These are the creators of our generation.
Eternals. These are... the first people to grab our hearts.
The Cain and Abel of Hollywood.
Yes. Yeah. We don't know that the snake wasn't Zac Efron. We don't know that. That evil snake that started it all.
I think the snake was probably Disney.
Fuck.
Yeah, and Disney was like, I'll make you famous. I'll make you beautiful. Just sing this little gay little song
and put a bunch of this muck in your jaw.
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. Is he still with Disney?
No, he's doing it. We're going to go through his catalog of work.
So the reason why we wanted to bring up Zac Efron in general is kind of because he's gone through what many would say quite a few different
metamorphoses. He like Madonna, reinvents himself every film, every role, every season. He is looking as different as he possibly can month to month. He is doing so many wild and crazy things. And what we know to be true is that all he wants is to be a professional actor. And that's so beautiful.
And that's so sweet. And I want to say something about Zac Efron that I've always felt.
Say it.
Zac,
if you're listening, and you are,
I can see that there is a pain in your heart.
Oh my God.
It's clear.
And we'll put a pin in that because I have a lot to say about the pain in his heart and the pain behind his eyes.
I feel like I've always seen that there's pain behind his eyes and he wants so much more from this life. And I see you, Zac.
I see you, Zac. We're here for you. This is actually a pro-Zac episode.
It's a pro-Zac episode. A pro-Zac episode.
This is a pro-Zac
episode.
We support you, and today we are doing a Vogue style run through of all of Zac's looks, the evolution of his style, the evolution of his facial structure. And if you're listening to this podcast, we will describe everything for you. But if I were you, I would hop over to YouTube so you could see the visuals that we are touching on today, because this is actually a multimedia presentation.
This is a multimedia presentation. That's
I have brought my iPad.
Gabby went ahead and bought an iPad a while ago.
I bought an iPad about 4 months ago that I had been talking about buying for upwards of 15 years. I could not have wanted this iPad more. When babies are given an iPad so frivolously in this life, I look at them and say, do you know how much it took me to get the courage to buy an iPad? It took years.
Because to get an iPad actually starts as sort of an internal
struggle.
It's an internal shift before you manifest that on the outside of your life.
It's impossible to move your feet towards an Apple store before you have done the work.
The shadow work.
Done the shadow work into why do you need an iPad?
You have a phone, which is basically an iPad. You have a laptop. You even have a desktop computer.
Yeah. You have a projector. You have a TV.
Why do you
do
need
not
this?
need an iPad. So how are you going to come around the back door and convince yourself?
And these voices might sound like your dad, your mom.
Your dad,
friends,
your mom,
your dad
on the phone, your dad on the phone, your dad on the
in
phone.
person, your dad on another phone.
And then you have to go right back in that phone and say, Dad, I'm a creator.
I'm gonna do it.
I have to do that. So I think we start off, Zac, before he was in High School Musical, I don't know if you know this, was in a bunch of soap operas.
I did know, I knew of that. I've never seen those as a kid.
He was just trying to be an actor to pay for college.
God.
But this is when we all met him. Okay. So this is actually High School Musical 1, correct?
Yes.
So
2006, if you can believe it. Actually, probably shot in 2005.
Oh my God. 2005. That's actually 4 years after 9/11, and it's 9/11 today.
By the way, it's 9/11 today.
So that's something to think about.
But we'll never forget how crazy it was when he jumped on the scene. Okay?
Zac. So true. The moment High School Musical hit the goddamn screen, and I looked at this layered bowl cut, these thick eyebrows, and these ice blue eyes.
Tragic eyes. The trauma eyes.
The eyes of a boy struggling with his manhood.
There was one movie where he's like a ghost, or his little brother's a ghost.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I was like, it's like, this was his role. You know what I mean?
Like this is an artist.
Like a man whose little brother is a ghost that haunts him, but it's also a love story. That is the look that his eyes are giving.
And you know that he did High School Musical, and he received that script and he read it in his multi-million-dollar mansion, and he called his agent and said, I was born to play this role.
I was born to play this role. And I think it's interesting to say that, at this time in 2006, there was a lot of layered boy bob heartthrobs.
There were a lot of people coming for this look. And he did it, I would say, he did it the chicest.
I agree.
Star League. This
is a star.
Yeah.
When he did it, it's like the other guys, Cole Sprouse is probably like, it's a rap.
Joe Jonas was going for this look as well.
Justin Bieber, obviously, but Justin Bieber's kind of skyrocketed.
He was like 7 at the time.
In 2009 was when he jumped on the scene.
Yeah, he's a little boy.
This was when we were in middle school.
So the look
how many
of
Zacs
pain
out of
in
5
his
do you give original Zac?
How many Zacs out of 5? I give this a 10 Zacs out of 10.
Oh, I'm gonna give it
because this is the Zac I fell in love with.
Are we doing Zacs out of 10 or 5?
You said 5 and then you said 10.
I went 10. Let's do 5. 5 out of 5.
I'm gonna give this Zac a 4 Zacs out of 5.
Why?
Because it's while he is executing it really well, it's not a complete original look.
Okay, I think that's completely justified. So now we're moving on to what I like to call lesbian Zac. Now, Zac, Lizzie, can you tell us what this is from?
Yes, so that's from the premiere of Hairspray, where he played the love interest in the musical adaptation movie Hairspray.
So our fans who are listening visually, he looks like Reba on blast in this picture.
He couldn't look more like Reba's lesbian daughter.
Like lesbian little sister, because there's an oldness to the young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is a woodworking young lesbian who doesn't know her truth yet. I loved him in Hairspray. So he was so hot in Hairspray. Because you know the thing about Zac Efron that we don't talk about is that he has a soft and sweet voice.
His voice is delicious. It's like it cuts like butter.
It's like wind chimes. He's a beautifully sweet,
that's why he booked the role.
Voice. That's why he books. It's why he consistently books in Hollywood.
Okay, it's because he delivers.
He delivers a sweetness and a softness.
And a tragedy.
And a tragedy that we have to talk about. So that's...
Wait, can we just go back to the lesbian for just 1 second?
Yeah.
Just
do you want to talk about his outfit? I didn't.
Can you just show me? Jesus Christ, the makeup on that twink. I really
the actual. I mean, we all think
the God honest concealer and mascara.
What we all think that Kim Kardashian created contouring. Actually, this man created contouring.
This man, I mean, he looks like Christina Aguilera in that picture somehow.
This is Christina Aguilera on the first 3 seasons of The Voice.
He literally, he looks like what Christina Aguilera in Burlesque looks like. That level of makeup. Though at this time, can you really blame them? They're in Hairspray, musicals. It's kind of like the only situation where boys wear a lot of makeup.
Yes, it's not concealer, it's caulk. You know what I'm talking about?
It's never a powder, it's always a mousse. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know how many times I have to bring up L'Oreal Matte Mousse on this podcast. This boy is wearing L'Oreal Matte Mousse.
Do you know how old he was around this time? Lesbian era?
I don't know.
This is giving 19 to me.
Oh, I'll give you that.
So I'm going to give this
firmly in twink era for sure.
Because he's wearing a vest, something that I'm vest with a tie with a gray shirt, something I'm sort of against personally in this look. I'm going to give him 2 Zacks out of 5 Zacks.
He's 20 years old in this.
He's 20.
Oh, then then I was going to give him 3, but the fact that he is 20 makes it.
He knew better than this.
He's going to go ahead and get 2 Zacks out of 5.
Yeah, great. I'm glad we agree on that.
Still in the twink era.
So this is huge for me. This is huge for me. So I don't know if anyone else this moment is burned into their brain.
Burned, seared.
This is when he's singing on a golf course in Hairspray. I mean, in High School Musical 2. This movie famously, this is a fun fact I'll never forget. I don't know a lot of things, and that's something we know about me.
Yeah.
But I know for sure that they shot this movie in the dead of winter, and they had to spray all of the grass green and put lights up to make it seem like summer. And all of these actors were freezing to goddamn death.
I love that.
And they made this man do a full God-honest dance number with a song on a freezing cold, covered in paint golf course for our entertainment. And I am so thankful.
Yeah. Thank God for that.
Do you remember this?
I don't remember.
This isn't really for you.
I did watch High School Musical 2 and 3, but
this was
Lizzie, go into this for you.
This was when I saw this. I mean, it really changed me molecularly.
Yeah.
I would like this was like a second sexual awakening. Like I had already had it, and then this came onto the scene, and I was like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Like
hold up.
I've refound my sexuality.
Wait a minute.
See, that's kind of interesting.
16 years old.
Yeah.
Would you say that Zac Efron was like one of the Jonas Brothers, one of the nails in the girl sexuality coffin?
Of course.
Yeah. 100%.
You better tear out his centerfold on J-pop and hang it on your wall.
I just gotta say, I was more into Corbin.
Corbin Bleu?
His best friend.
And you're gay for that.
And yeah.
I just actually saw a clip of Corbin Bleu doing cabaret, and it couldn't have been gayer if he tried.
I bet he seemed gay. But
we'll
you know,
do a whole episode on
crazy thing about Zac Efron, and I will always stick by this, he has straight energy, even for being a singing, dancing, pretty boy little guy who looks like Reba lesbian.
Yeah.
He does have straight boy energy.
He is not a gay. We do not claim him.
No, we claim him as a straight. This performance on top of being
you're getting all revved up.
Yes. On top of being perfectly tanned and toned.
Yeah.
On top of hair coiffed to perfection. On top of being naturally stunning. Proper stunning. Mate. This performance had such goddamn depth. This performance, the pain and the suffering he was going through on this golf course.
And he was doing his own singing, finally.
Finally, his voice can be heard.
He doesn't do his own singing in the first one. He only does.
Oh, well, you're right.
Yeah.
Someone else is singing.
Yeah.
Why would they do that when he sings so beautifully, like luscious golden vines?
They didn't believe in him. We did. The fans believed in him, and now everyone's laughing to the bank.
All those Disney execs are like, "Oh, we're gonna make so much money off this little twink. Too bad he can't sing though." Pushed him over, but we
pushed him over.
We believed in him, girls.
We believed him. Did your high schools obviously did High School Musical, right?
Yes.
Do you remember what roles you played?
Oh,
mine didn't do it.
That's crazy. You went to performing arts high school. You were doing Hamlet and shit.
Yeah, we were doing like plays.
Welcome to public school. We did High School Musical and Bye Bye Birdie and nothing else. What did you play?
I wasn't in it. Only like the theater department didn't do the musicals. Only the choir. If you were in choir, they did them. It was like separate. It was really
separate but not equal.
Fucked up. So I like hate watched.
That's crazy.
I know.
Some girl who
Can you imagine? I would
needed...
have been amazing.
You would have been Gabriella.
Gabriella or Sharpay.
Oh my God, you would have been Sharpay.
Yeah.
I was Skater Boy.
You said that with a wishful grin.
I was Skater Boy in my middle school production. I didn't do any theater until senior.
He likes to play the cello?
No, that's the fat girl.
No, she likes
it's
to break
the role.
It was
She's
written
the
as fat girl.
dancing one.
Oh,
The Skater Boy is like.
no, I never played. No, the Skater Boy is just like. But I had a solo. See, I only did theater in middle school, and then I swore off the stuff through high school until I did one play senior year of high school. And it was a real High School Musical situation because I was like cool girl drinking Four Loko. And then I was like, I want to be in the play. And then I got the lead.
Awkward.
Awkward for everyone involved. People were upset. So I could do the full choreo of High School Musical to this day.
I can do We're All in This.
I could do Grease.
Yeah. We're all in this.
Yeah, I could do more of the you know, what's that, like the hand thing they do in Grease? The hand jive. Jiving with the hands. That sounds like a rape move. Okay.
The hand jive?
Yeah.
Rape. Okay. Now we're getting into Zac Efron understanding that he is a celebrity. Lizzie, tell us what this is from.
This is the premiere of the theatrical release of High School Musical 3.
Yeah.
They put it in theaters.
It was in theaters.
For the third one. The first two just premiered on Disney Channel, like any other Disney Channel movie. Then Disney was like, hold on.
This could be big.
This is big.
Global.
Yeah.
Cinemas
Global.
everywhere. So they literally had a global theatrical release, and this is what he wore to the premiere.
Now tell me, did
Just
you see it
angle
in
it to me.
movie
Angle it to me.
Of course I saw it.
So did I.
Angle that to me.
Opening night.
Absolutely. Sorry. Absolutely. There is a scene I will never forget of him jumping over cars, slinging his hot, tanned, toned body all over these cars.
These literal cars.
And we all in that moment said, this is a movie star. Before he had the potential has landed.
Well, this is him entering his second era.
Yes.
His second era.
This is an evolution.
Lizzie on our run of show said becoming a heartthrob era.
Yes. This is his transition. This was him bursting onto the zeitgeist. That's what we've just.
He's no longer
landing here.
Yes.
And now this is the beginning of him becoming America's heartthrob.
His first Pokemon evolve here.
Yeah, yeah. This is his first evolved
his
form.
Hair slicked back. He's doing something different with his hair.
I'm gonna give this one 5 Zacks. Because this is like
I'll get this 5 Zacks.
Only because there's so much potential.
Yes.
There's so much potential.
The birth of a star.
A birth of a star. Birth
Zero
of Venus.
to hero, just like that.
I mean, it's a hard transition going from the wormy little gay guy who everybody made fun of into becoming this absolute heartthrob guy.
And he tweezed his eyebrows. So now, oh my fucking God. Like, literally sliding off this couch. This guy, this is Zac Efron in full effect.
Full effect, baby.
Full
Yeah.
effect. This is Zac Efron.
Set to fucking 1,000.
This is
These are set to squirt.
Gargling seed. This is Zac.
Oh my God, this makes girls go crazy.
For those of you who can't see, Lizzie's like this right now.
See, this no offense, this look has never done anything for me.
You're an idiot.
I know.
And you're dumb.
But I can see for you women, this is
Don't call us women.
We're girls, God damn it.
What is this from?
This is from the premiere of 17 again, which was his like first big movie
with Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry, and I remember watching 17 again, being like, "How is it possible he got hotter?
How is it possible?"
He does that for a few iterations,
he kept going.
And he's funny, and he's so funny in it.
He's funny. He's a good actor.
This was the boys' take on Freaky Friday.
Yes,
and it was perfection. It had comedy, and it had heart. And his performance was flawless.
No, give it. Abby's hand's all wet from the iPad. I see it. He is doing such a good job at fucking riding parallel to all the Hawkeye trends.
Go into
that occur. And we will see that as it goes forward, because in 2006, that look, the bowl cut was sort of huge.
Yes.
Okay.
The micro highlights for me.
See how it's evolving. It's evolving.
He's taking
He's
care
chic.
of himself in such a subtle way.
Yes.
I'm like, he's a work of art.
He is a work. Oh my God, his eyelashes. He got a lash lift, no doubt in my mind.
No doubt.
Okay,
And now we're going into what I would say is we're pushing our limits here.
I did want to show this because sometimes you can fly too close to the sun.
Yeah.
This is him
Icarus
at the
vibes.
premiere.
Icarus vibes on blast
Icarus
here.
vibes, but this is when he was in Charlie St. Cloud, which was like a Nicholas Sparks-esque type of
Yes.
that was the movie I was talking about.
Yes.
So where his little brother's a dead ghost. And
Yeah.
Yes. So he's playing with his look. It's too long, but don't worry.
He recovers.
You're the next slide, honey.
Well, the before you go,
Okay.
the hipster kind of lofty hair.
I had these bangs.
with the
Yeah, we all had
beanies,
these bangs.
Yeah.
the side bangs
This was
like
of
that.
the moment.
This
is ska.
This was 2010. So
yeah. That concept, we as a culture, we saw it to the end. You know what I mean?
We went as far as we could go.
Deeper V's, more over the side hair.
Yes.
More spindly, more diet black, more holes
Trying to
in my
figure out what to
jeans. And I think we ran out of options.
I couldn't agree more. Now we're moving on. Now I'm okay.
you're about to slip
Oh!
up.
Let me see.
Now he's like, I'm an adult and I'm gonna do
Bam.
something different. Bam.
Oh, there we go.
He
cuts
said,
the hair.
hand me some pomade. I'm about to ruin these girls' lives.
There is something about when you cut when the hair starts being your personality, that's when it's time to cut it.
Yeah, it's a classic rock star celebrity move. When all they talk about is the hair, you go, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Bam. We're talking boy band hair. Perfect eyebrows as always. Perfect amount of scruff.
Yeah,
His
his
style is different. Like he has accessories now.
well, the 2010s is when
scarf.
this is like 2011.
This is 2011. Yeah.
Yeah, the scarf on lazily on sort of a business suit while he's walking through a windy day is sort of huge back then.
Huge.
Guys were always on their way to slam poetry meets back then.
They had a briefcase with nothing in it.
Nothing in it.
But one book they'll never read, or they've read so much.
Many times.
One book they've only read one book over and over
and it's their whole personality.
And it's the whole personality.
His skull shape is really hitting guy vibes here.
His head shape. Now we're moving to okay. Oh.
So how many Zacks out of 10 do you give that, or out of 5?
I give this 5 out of 5 Zacks.
Yeah,
I'm
5 out of 5.
loving this era.
I feel like we need it. Like all of us were just feeling like, wow, we need him to change his look. And guess what? He did.
He heard our calls
And was like, hey,
and answered them.
Hold on.
His eyes are so tragic.
I know he has such pain.
He has such like primordial pain. Like this isn't his first go around the sun, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
He's an old soul.
He's had a few lives.
I've been binge watching his show on Netflix, and I mean, first of all, he couldn't be dumber if he tried.
I love it.
And I love that about him. The innocence in his stupidity is what I personally love. Where he is no
Was he just very God honestly went, yeah. Like you're at a work meeting. Because this is a work meeting.
This is a Slack. This is a live
I'm literally
Slack.
taking notes.
He has no goddamn business hosting a docuseries. And Netflix said, Zach will do whatever you want.
Hell yeah.
And he is so quiet because he's a listener. And he's watching and he's taking it all in. And all he talks about is the pain
Wisdom,
in his
not
heart
intellect.
and how Hollywood has hurt his soul. He talks about that a lot in his Netflix show.
Well, you know what's
We'll get
hot
there.
about him is that he actually has no social media.
Yeah, and
at all. And
well,
he hates
because
it.
he's struggling. He's really struggling, this boy.
We'll get there right now.
We'll get there now, but before he's been struggling, we're at TIFF, bitch.
Oh.
This is a film star.
Now he's
Film
hot.
star.
What is this from?
This is from the premiere, the Toronto International Film Festival premiere of The Paperboy, starring him and Nicole Kidman. So now he's a bona fide movie star.
Oh, you're a
He is no
squar.
longer
This is a star.
Disney Channel musical actor. He
That's
is
so
in Toronto.
I will say one thing about Zac Efron. He broke out of Disney so seamlessly.
Yeah.
No problem at all. We welcomed him into the big world.
Well, he, that is a hard, going from Disney little tween to Artur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
Artur.
Our fucking tour.
Like Miley did.
Miley had a hard time though. Zach, it was day and night. He was through.
Well, I think because society wants
Men.
wants men. No, we wanted to see a girl struggle.
Yes.
The Britney effect.
Yes. But what I'm saying,
luckily,
Zach didn't have to do that.
No, yeah.
He was overnight. We said, get him on screen with Nicole Kidman. I mean it.
I want to see like a soft, but everybody with Miley at the same age was like, I want to see you even sluttier. You're 18 now. Now you do a Playboy shoot. Yeah.
Those beach.
Where for him, it's like, you're a grown man now. Now you do an Oscar movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
I do have a fun fact.
Tell me.
That there's a rumor, and I don't know if it's real or not, but in The Paperboy, there's a scene where Zac Efron's character gets stung by a jellyfish.
Yeah.
And Nicole Kidman's character has to pee on it because that's like a thing with jellyfish stings.
Yeah.
And apparently it wasn't.
It was real pee?
It was real pee.
You know Zach because he was
like, pee on me?
He wants to be a serious actor so bad. And he's standing here with a God honest movie star. And he's like, just pee. Just do it. It's okay. Pee. I'm in character.
Oh, and Nicole Kidman was probably like,
yeah.
Oh.
That's her voice. All right. I'll pay you.
I'll pay you, my laddie.
mate, crikey. This young boy wants me to pay on him.
Okay,
right.
move on. To the next
She's
one.
Australian.
That was it.
She's Australian.
Is really important to the zeitgeist.
Now we're actually working with this. So
we're cooking with gas.
What is this?
So this is the premiere of Neighbors, and you're gonna notice
there's something going on.
There's something different. There's something different about his face, and what we come to find out later is that he has had a traumatic jaw injury.
Yep.
And this is like one of his first big premieres out since then.
When I'm thinking about like a jaw injury, like I just like that sound like, what do you mean? Like what happened?
He like shattered his jaw.
Shattered his jaw and he had to have his mouth wired shut. So this is what, I mean, he went from this. Oh, okay, Apple. This square ass head to this brick ass head.
Yeah. What did we know the context of how the jaw injury happened? Wasn't he just fooling around in his Hollywood mansion and fell down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
That's all he's
for me
sketchy.
Personally.
For me and for many people, we have suspicions.
Mm-hmm.
We have suspicions.
What do you think happened?
I think someone's dabbling in a bit of filler. I think someone's playing with fire.
and we'll see that. We'll see that as we continue on with the pictures.
I think someone's they got their hands in the cookie jar.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
Who's got their hands in the cookie jar?
Someone's got their hands in the cookie jar.
Not me.
Not
Could
me.
Be.
So now we're moving into.
I feel bad for him, but let's move on to the next step.
This is I would say his second Pokemon evolve.
Yes.
This is Baywatch. This is him. This is him juiced to perfection. This man is unrecognizable from the first boy we saw. This is a different person. And I will say also, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I love this. See, this is what put Zac Efron on the map for me. Is when I saw this, I was like, and then I sort of did a backwards learn. Well, I did a backflip. I saw this on TV, did a backflip. And then, no, it was this is when I started doing my research into who Zac Efron really was.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? My entire life, like,
you didn't mind.
You didn't pay no mind to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, not because he's not even marketed to gay boys. Okay?
No,
Nothing is.
He is for pop girls.
He's for pop girls. And so when I saw this debut, this image.
This is a debut.
This is a debut.
This is a quinceañera.
This is a quinceañera for Google. When that was dropped, that's when I sort of started doing the work of learning more about him. His body, his jaw looks great here.
This is him, I think, because, I believe he was dabbling in fillers. I think we're figuring out the right proportions here.
Let me see.
It's not for me. I'm gonna tell you, it's not for me.
You still think something's different about his face here?
I think maybe I think maybe he broke his jaw and then he was getting fillers to sort of fix it.
Yeah, and went too far,
went too
overcorrected.
far. And then in this film, they got it just right.
Well, I also think that like when you have such a big body transformation, it does affect your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what you're eating, all
To
of
be
the
that
working
cut.
you're
He's not
doing.
slim.
So it's like, I think that plus they're balancing out the fillers.
No, what's going on with his face too, when bodybuilders get extrememely low body fat, and he's on a movie right now, like, so
Yeah.
he's probably hasn't eaten a carb in
Yeah.
like
He talks about how
4
he
days.
didn't eat carbs for 10 years.
It's hot. I love that.
It's hot.
But it comes in your face. It's called the crispy face, what
It
they call in
comes
the
in your face.
bodybuilding competitions.
I personally don't like this sort of body.
I like
And I love
muscles.
abs, but not like this. This
Lem-
is you.
Let me see again.
I feel like he's exactly your perfect guy.
Yeah.
I like a guy who looks like all he's done is mine.
Yeah.
Mine minerals
Yeah.
for the guy who runs the town, and that's his whole life. And then I save him.
I love that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how many Zacks do you give this?
I give that 9,000 Zacks out of 5.
I give this 1 Zac.
Agreed.
Well, we're gonna average that to 3.
Now we're getting into, okay, for me, this is huge for any actor, is that, and even singer, I'll include music videos in this. Every performance artist has to do a movie where they're in a circus.
Of course.
That's the law. So now we're moving into
The Greatest Magician.
The Greatest Showman, right?
And you can see that now his face is in fact different again.
Let me see.
Face is different again.
I think this one looks similar to the last one, just with a little bit more fat on his body.
Well, yeah.
And maybe that's it. But this is a many face of Zac.
This is the many-faced god. And it's Zac Efron.
Zac Efron is the many-faced god.
god.
100%. He is stealing faces in the night.
Yeah.
He comes for you in one face, 2 face, 3 face.
But
I
I think he's
like
more
this.
handsome here.
Yes.
Like I'm back on it.
Yeah.
Any sort of circus carny piece of media is for me personally. I love it. And him matched with Zendaya was excellent.
I'll give you that. He's an amazing actor. This is around the era where I was fully obsessed with him and thought he was hot.
Really.
Yeah.
I would say he's not an amazing actor, but I love that you think that.
I think he's an amazing actor. An amazing actor. I'm just talking about the tragedy in his eyes.
He brings the
I'm
sadness.
not listening.
Totally.
No, he brings the sadness.
He's sad.
No, he's a sad boy.
And I love that.
So, okay. Okay. You're going to tell me this isn't my face.
That looks.
I saw this. I say, we go to the same lip guy. We go to the same lip guy. This is my face.
His face looks really bad here.
For me, I'm loving this twink era.
I feel like it's twank now. Like before he was twink because he looked young and fresh. Twank is like now you've been doing coke. Now you're
This
out
is
a
a
little
coke
too
head.
much. That's a little bit too much coke. His head is starting to do sort of an hourglass thing.
I think he looks fucking adorable here.
Well, he's what year was this?
What is this for?
2019.
See,
That's the Ted Bundy premiere.
He's doubling down into the gross guy look that is very popular nowadays.
So you know what is shining through in this photo is the sheer amount of
How short he is.
strength and power he got from this role. He is so proud of himself that he got to play this murderer. I watched 25 minutes of this movie last night. It is so fucking bad. I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe it. I wanted to keep watching. I had to go to sleep, but I was loving every second and I will finish it. His job in this movie, he is so happy for himself. That's all you can see.
You could see it's like I'm Ted Bundy.
He's like, oh my God, I'm playing Ted Bundy right now.
rocks,
This
watch
is
me do
great. I
this."
can't believe they let me do this. He
I
is.
can't act.
He's talking in modern slang. He's like, it's like, when was Ted Bundy?
The 70s, 80s?
70s?
Oh, yeah, 70s.
He's literally like, oh my God, this is crazy. Why the hell am I being accused of murder right now?
Massive L, if you
This
ask
is
me.
a huge L. This is not lit. Literally, I didn't do this. This was not me. His performance in this is incredible. And
Yeah.
Lily Collins, who I actually personally hate, if they could have picked 2 worse actors, I mean, It's fucked up.
Yeah, for this Zac Efron, I'm gonna go ahead and give a 1. I think that he's not doing any aspect of it right for me. He's not being a hunk anymore. He's not even doing the twink well here.
But there's joy in his eyes for the first time in any of these
That doesn't
photos.
look like joy. That looks like
cocaine.
It looks like cocaine. It looks like pleasure, not joy.
Gluttony.
Gluttony, baby. Pleasure whose opposite is pain. Okay.
I'm giving this 4 out of 5 because I'm really happy. I'm proud of him.
Well, you like guys who look like that.
Yeah. And now we're into
oh no.
Into something
now
different.
We're getting to
prepare yourself, girls.
He looks different. Now we're getting into when everybody started picking up on the fact that his face kept changing.
Yeah. And changing.
And now it's undeniable.
And now it's like
you have to say something.
And he started giving interviews about the fact that his face has changed so much.
Yes.
And that's what these next photos are for.
Oh my.
So now he looks quite different, I think.
His jaw.
This is 2021. So we saw this is a 2-year difference.
This is years after his jaw injury. Years and years.
Yeah. His jaw injury was in 2013-ish, give or take.
Here's my theory.
What?
Is that the jaw doesn't look as bad. Like, you know that first one when it didn't look like so bad.
Yeah.
It looked like there's injury. I'm sure there is sort of like a permanent change and he overcorrects it because he sees it like really intensely.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know if we probably would be completely used to it by now.
He's building and building on this filler to cover it up.
His lips are so different here too.
His lips
are more prominent.
Wow, the more I stare at this picture, the more it looks like sort of like a puppet CGI.
I think this is
It's an AI generated chin.
AI. Well, they say this is a screenshot from the Facebook appearance on Bill Nye's Earth Day musical.
That's what, that interview caused people to be like, his face looks so different. Like this caused like
an uproar.
People.
I mean,
were
here
writing articles.
Look at this. This is like not far
That's 2
in
years
between.
apart.
Oh, what? I mean,
I know.
What does he expect? I mean, and he's clear. Or maybe it was the human growth hormone to get jacked.
Maybe there's a cocktail of things happening.
Of theories.
So that's the last of our photos. So we have
we have one more.
You didn't get the one.
We have the one from his show. His
hottest
travel show.
Of course.
That I've been binging, where he has no business having the show, but it is so good. He has a man on the show who hosts it, and then he sort of just like
is
there being like, he's always like, this is crazy. And the man's like, wow, this must be amazing for you to start a community in Costa Rica and do different ways of education. And Zac Efron's like, whoa, this is like wild.
No, guys, like, whoa.
And this is what he looks like on the travel show.
That is for me.
But now he's using the beard as camouflage.
Now the beard, and thank God he's understood.
Why didn't he try that first?
Idiot.
That would have been my first thing to do. I'd been like, I'll be a beard guy now.
And since this show, he has moved to Australia. Zac Efron lives in Australia now because Hollywood, what he learned from the show is that he had no purpose in Hollywood. He wants to leave a message behind, and he wants to slow down and live life to the fullest. And he can't do that in Hollywood, he says.
And Hollywood shoot him up and spit him out.
And Hollywood broke him, he said. He has really genuine moments. All he could talk about is his life in Hollywood, and then like nothing about the show. And then everyone's like, all right.
What about like Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like lit. I don't know.
No, like it's honestly so weird here, and it makes me think about how I hate Hollywood.
This version for me is the hottest Zac has gotten. This is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 Zacs. Line them up on the screen. We're gonna get. This is all pull the lever. He wins the grand prize. Golden ticket in my ass.
This is the Grand Prix. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Grand Prix.
The Grand Prix.
Oh, yes.
Like a big race.
Prix. This is the Grand Prix.
This is Grand Marie.
This is Grand Marie. This is
your Grand Auntie Marie.
Get
in here. Say hello.
Say hello.
Grand Auntie Marie.
This for me is something I like. Where I think this combines the Zac I like and the Zac you like into one great Zac.
Yeah, the all
Grand
Zac.
Maester Zac. The all Zac.
The all Zac.
This is all Zac, obviously 5 out of 5.
Obviously, cut me up into 100 pieces, throw me in a refrigerator, keep me for 100 years, pickle me, baby, pickle me in some brine. As long as you're there, I'll be okay.
Exactly right. And that's that. I did pull a couple like quotes from his Wikipedia that I thought were
do a couple, and then we have
to go
because this has been an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, we have to go.
Oh my God, we have to go. What? Just one thing. His
we'll
dad.
leave you on a quote.
His dad works at a power plant, which is big for our lifestyle. Here's a quote from him in high school.
Why? Do we use a lot of power?
No, yes, of course.
You do.
He said that he would flip out if he got a B and not an A in school, as well as that he was the class clown.
A quote.
I like how you were like, we can't finish this episode without me saying this quote.
That's such a basic quote.
That is something that I want to say. Also, I want to say that High School Musical was actually described as the modern adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. Loved that. I just circled Romeo and Juliet here. And did you know that actually the soundtrack of High School Musical was one of the best-selling albums in the United States?
Yes.
What about
Crazy.
Glee, though, afterwards?
No, High School Musical.
Glee cast?
High School Musical walked so Glee could run.
Well, totally. No one's questioning that.
Don't even right
No one's questioning that. But Glee, I think, did take the concept and brought it further.
But I think that there's like songs here and there from Glee that were like popular at the time. But High School, I could do
an album,
the entire album from start to finish, word for word.
Yes.
No break, no breath.
Yeah.
No breath.
Put it on.
Every single
Put
song.
it on.
Put it on.
Put it on.
Put it on.
I do want to say something we skipped over because obviously there's no visuals, but he did lend his voice to the commercially successful computer animated film The Lorax in 2012.
He did.
Thank you for that fact. Gab, you're just reading the Wikipedia.
You're pulling a Zac right now, Gabby, and you're prolonging this.
He also, just one more thing. He also voiced Fred in Scooby-Doo.
He did.
Whoa!
That was a recent one.
And finally, oh my God, that's so good. Oh, wait, two last things. Finally, he has his own production company. Guess what it's called?
Jaws.
It's called Ninjas Running Wild.
Worse
Why?
Than Jaws.
Why?
That sucks.
He also,
that makes me think he's lame. Like
But
under.
it's still hot.
He has a YouTube series. He has a YouTube channel that no one knows about, and he has one show on it called Off the Grid with him and his brother Dylan, where they participate in outdoor activities and trips without electronic devices.
Except the camera that's using.
Yes. And he also has another show on his YouTube called Gym Time, where he talks about fitness and nutrition.
He's such a dork.
He's such a dork.
One last thing. In March, sorry, I have a lot of good. I have 30 more things I want to say. In March 2014,
you're not even saying. You're just telling us facts from his Wikipedia page.
There are no wings and no circuits this week.
In 2014, Zac Efron engaged in a fight with a homeless man on Skid Row.
Whoa!
And the law enforcement officials did not make any arrests because they viewed it as mutual combat. That's all I have to say.
Hell yeah, guys, Zac Efron, we just had to comment about him. Okay.
This was Efronology. I hope you had a literal amazing time. We had the best time doing it.
Guys, first off, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. This episode so long about Zac Efron.
This episode was so long, for good reason.
And for good reason, guys. There's a reason why encyclopedias are so long, because there's a lot of knowledge in the world. Okay,
there's a lot to say.
There's a lot to know, and I'm not gonna breeze by this for you. So keep up.
Re-listen. Keep up.
Re-listen.
Get down and join us over on Patreon right now, where we're gonna put a new girl in girl jail. Bye.
Bye.